everyone. It's George from Geo-Media. So we're going to go ahead and, of course, talk about should you get a 2012 to 2015 Civic Si in the year 2022-2023. Let's get into it. Okay, so don't mind me, I'm going to pretty much pay attention to the road, safety first. Should you get a 9th gen SI, whether it be an FG2 or FG4 or an FB6? Yes, you should. Reason being is because it still has modern amenities to a degree. You still have, if you get the 2014, 2015, you get the touch screen, you get the lane departure warning, you get the backup camera. Some of them even come with the satellite radio option, also the navigation, if of course you choose to pick that option up. It also has these nice red and black seats, front and rear. Don't mind the mess back there. It's great. I honestly feel it's great. It's a K24Z7. Yeah, a lot of people are like, the red line's kind of low for me, this, that, and the third, but how high do you really need the red line to be? The 8th gen Civic Si was an 8,000 RPM red line, but realistically, for daily use, you don't really need to, you shouldn't have to rev that high to just go with traffic, to pretty much just use it on a day-to-day basis. With that car, you would have to rev it up to about 4,500 RPMs because it lacks in torque big time just to keep with traffic. This one, you don't really have to. This one, you get max torque at 4,400 RPMs, and that's perfect enough for daily use. You don't even have to rev it that high. Technically, you could pretty much shift around 3,500 RPMs and still keep up with traffic with ease. You don't even have to downshift 2 gears to pretty much pass cars as well. You just go from 6th to 5th as opposed to 6th to 4th, and you can still pass cars up easily. Now the K24Z7 has, it all depends, because the 2012-2013 model, it has 201 horsepower, 170 foot-pound of torque. The 2014-2015 model with the revision has 205 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque. But the 2014-2015 models are a little bit heavier in comparison to the first 2 years. The first 2 years, the weight was around just a little over 2,900 pounds. 2014-2015 models, when they changed out a lot of the materials, added the lane departure, added the big screen, added a bunch of, changed out the seats, added more insulation in the vehicle, thicker windshield screening. It added a lot of weight, so it added almost around close to 90 pounds in the 2014-2015 model. So I guess that's why they bumped up the horsepower only slightly, only 4 horsepower, which I think it's still inadequate. To make up for that weight that they added, they should have at least brought this up to 210 at a most. And because honestly, I've raced 2012s, 2013s, and they're just a little bit slightly faster than me because of the weight difference. But for daily use, this is great. This is great. You can still find these, depending on, of course, which city and state you're located, you can still find these roughly for about a good 12, 13, 14,000 now with the way the economy is going. Maybe even a little higher depending on less mileage and better condition. But you can still find them for a somewhat reasonable price. The 8th gens, however, people are driving them to the moon and back with 200,000-300,000 miles, and they're still asking for 10 grand, which is absurd. Even with the economy, with the way the inflation and everything's going, they're still asking for ridiculous prices for those vehicles, which is bananas to me. I would recommend, if you're looking into the SI platform or Honda Civics in general, I would look more towards the 9th, 10th, or even maybe the upcoming 11th gen. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit higher in price, but it's going to be really, really nice for you, really clean. It's going to have the 1.5 turbo. It's easier to make a little more power in those, but of course it costs a little more to own the vehicle. So I would recommend the 9th or the 10th. The 10th has a little bit more radical styling as opposed to the 9th and 8th. But for the boy racer in you, if you like that kind of style, then I think the 9th and 10th would be perfect. Yeah, so that'll pretty much conclude that. And go ahead and stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.